I hate this job. I hate this job.
All I'm gonna do, we just don't even have to come into the office. I can do this job from home.
I need this place like I need a shotgun blast to the face.
Fuck you! You're cool. Fuck you, I'm out.
Who's coming with me?
Hey everybody, welcome back to My Stupid Job Podcast. My guest today is Dennis Hemphill. Dennis, thanks so much for being here.
Hey, thanks, Aaron.
Yes.
So much for having me.
Yep. Dennis is a very hilarious stand-up comedian and actor. So would you go actor, comedian, or comedian, actor?
Comedian,
Actor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm probably ranked like 112th best comedian in the world, probably.
That's
pretty good.
I'm cool with those numbers. I'm not even the top 900.
You're pretty good.
I know, but they didn't crack the Forbes top 900 this year. They did
Oh man.
And then I didn't make the 30 under 30, which was just released either. They have a thing against 35-year-olds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super bummed about that.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be. I'm not gonna have the rest of 2019 because of that.
Is it 2019?
It will be for a few more days. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, that's right. 2020 is coming up.
Go ahead.
Forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, you're interviewing me on my own podcast? Yeah. Okay.
So,
I texted you yesterday,
Yeah.
and I said, this podcast is we're talking about work a lot. I'm a subject. You've done work outside of comedy and some of the gigs that you had that led up to where you're at in your career right now. Very hilarious comedian, actor.
Thanks again.
Thanks again for that. That's going to be the last time I say it.
Oh no, please don't be the last time.
So we wanted to do a deep dive into your work history, look at your resume, and find out why you're so damn funny.
Okay.
And it might have nothing to do with your resume, but it might. So we're going to find out.
All right.
So what was your first job ever?
TCBY yogurt.
Do those still exist? I used to love that shit.
It was good. It was great. I loved it. Yep, that was my first job, and it was very stressful because you had these long lines, and the managers were really big on you measuring every ounce, making sure you had the right weight.
Yeah, you can't be wasting that shit.
Yeah, and I didn't do it. And one day they came in. One of them came in. One of the owners like, we were watching you from the car, and you weren't weighing the yogurt, and just felt so violated, and I quit.
From the car.
From
They
the car,
sat in
right?
their car
And watched it.
did they have binocs or a telescope, or did they have?
No, I think they were just probably in the front space right there, and if I would have noticed, probably would have been like,
Oh man, they couldn't do that from their shift. They had that theory. There's a philosophy behind that. Like people work harder when they know they're being watched. There's a word for it too, I think. But this was that. So they were like, all right, if we were in there managing Dennis, like very micromanagement style, he would be measuring these. But if we're out in the car,
what's he doing?
he's probably fucking up is what he's doing.
Yeah,
He's probably taking a lot of poop breaks.
A lot of poop breaks.
I'm not
far off from that.
In my hometown, the TCBY was inside of a Taco Bell. It was a Taco Bell TCBY combination. Did you have that?
Yum. No.
Those in my head, those don't go together. Not in this. They all end up in the same place anyway.
Yeah, isn't that what? Isn't TCBY?
You can take it off.
What?
You can strip.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Isn't TCBY what the Taco Bell looks like? When it comes out.
If you get the chocolate flavor,
Depends.
I
I threw up once. Taco Bell.
looked
More
the
than
same.
once. What? I don't know.
And it looked the same going
And
in as it
it
came
tasted the same.
on the way out.
Yeah, but maybe because I'd only eaten it maybe 10 minutes early. It wasn't like it had been sitting in my stomach.
I feel that way about McDonald's food. I think smelling it, like pre-eaten, is the same as what it smells like after it's gone all the way through your body.
Yeah.
If someone even brings McDonald's near me, I'm like, that smells like my diarrhea from in the future. It's future diarrhea.
That's so gross, Aaron. Do you think that
For those of you
having a good time.
For those of you only listening and not watching, Dennis is taking his clothes off on the podcast more than he was. The pants will be off by the end of the
Every
episode.
time Aaron makes me laugh, I'm going to take another article of clothing
You
off,
only
and so I'm going to be wearing
You only
clothes.
got three more pieces to go. So you were fired from TCBY.
I quit. Did I say I was fired?
You said you were fired. You said
I'm just nervous. Why do I keep going towards the mic.
Your future employers probably are not going to see this,
Yeah.
so it's okay.
And that's probably not going to be a big deal.
It's not going to be a big deal. How old were you at the time?
16.
They were like, "Hey, Dennis, an adult, did you get fired from TCBY when you were 15 for not measuring out the proper amount of yogurt?"
Yes.
Yes. Okay. This interview is over.
What? I never. Oh.
Imagine that though.
That would suck.
What's your physical? Because you have an acting resume, and probably you have a professional like workplace
No.
resume. You have neither.
I don't. Well, I've been. I don't.
You've been at your job for a while right now.
Yeah.
You're currently
12 years.
12 years, and you're currently a human who does what?
I'm a maitre d'.
A major. That's a really fancy word. I wish I could.
Yeah.
I wish I could say that I did that. And
Can you spell it?
I absolutely cannot. And there's
Yeah.
apostrophe in there, right? Is there apostrophe?
Yeah, I worked as a maitre d' for about 4 years before I even knew how to spell it.
That's the only reason I've never applied to a job as a concierge is because I can't spell that word. They're like, "What job do you want?" I'm like,
This one. You
I
show
don't.
them the. Yeah.
I'm not working here.
How do you think you do spell maitre d'?
MATR
No.
RD apostrophe
Two
D.
Rs?
3 in a row. 3 R's.
Oh no. There's 5 R's, but I'm like, keep going. No, it's MAIT
That makes sense so far.
RE apostrophe
apostrophe
L.
That actually
No D.
That actually,
Maitre d'.
if you just saying that, I was like, oh, that's actually how it should be sound. That's
Yeah,
mate, and then RE, and then apostrophe D.
Maitre d'. I like hearing myself.
Yeah.
You ever do a podcast without? They suck.
I tried to with the first one to be like, okay, we got it. This is our voice. This is how we sound. Just kind of take it off in the middle of talking. Just keep this volume the whole time. It doesn't work. It's not as cool. It's not as cool. You need to hear yourself.
I can feel how gorgeous my voice is. Feel it?
Well, there's a
Hear
lot
it?
of. Did you go to college?
Well, I went to a very exclusive college, very little Glendale Community College. Probably
Okay.
Never heard of it.
I have. I applied.
Oh.
I didn't get in.
Oh.
Yeah.
I ran track there.
Full scholarship.
Nope. I just wanted to run track some more, so just.
Well,
I can feel my wheezing or hear it in the mic or my ear.
that's okay.
That
We're all
doesn't
just
sound good.
human beings.
It does not sound good.
I mean, I could burp into the microphone sometimes. I don't, but
Yeah.
So we're back to your resume, and
Okay.
it doesn't exist,
I don't have a resume.
right? And you don't need it.
I don't need it.
because you've been a maitre d' for 12 years.
Yeah, I've been at the same job. I'm not gonna lose it. And then I know so many people in the business now that I could just.
The
they'll hire
maitre
me.
d' business.
Well,
Your clothes,
restaurant business.
Is there a do you guys have like get-togethers? All the maitre d's in Los Angeles. And
Yeah.
You go to,
Mm-hmm.
but one of them can't be there because he has to maitre d' the place that you guys
Exactly.
meet up.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I was
he's
like, oh
really-
man, I got a maitre d', the maitre d' convention.
Yeah,
that
that's-
sucks.
Well, what does a maitre d' do? Is it just a fancy way of
Well,
saying host? But you're
A little bit, but not really. You're a floor manager. You take the reservations, and you're kind of in a manager position.
okay.
So you walk the floor. It's not usually the greeters, the hostess. They're usually a little younger. They're like,
Have you ever caught someone who's just at the host position, like telling their friends and family that they were a maitre d', and you had to like go, whoa,
Yeah.
you're actually just a host. Don't.
I got in a huge fist fight with someone once.
Yeah,
Yeah, in front of the guests.
because of that. He
Mhm.
told us, he was like, "Hey, Dad, this is my first job out of college. I'm a maitre d'," and you went and choked him, and you were like, "No."
It was during a shift, and they're like, I'm, Sarah, the maitre d', and I just immediately throat punched her,
So
which is good because that collapses
the
voice
part
box,
where
and
they're
then
not
she
allowed to
can't
talk anymore.
keep lying.
So I have never worked in a restaurant. My physical resume does not show that.
Is that why you come off so elitist? You really are like so arrogant.
Yeah, it is.
You
And
really are.
but so I got to assume this. Why a lot of people deal with shitty customers all the time, and the wait staff they take the brunt of it, even though they're the ones not responsible for probably whatever they're pissed off about. Do they then have to come and get you, and you're the one who brings it down for them?
Yeah, we do that. We make them feel good. We give them something free or listen to them. And again, we're like in a manager position, so they feel like if we listen to them.
What kind of things are we talking about here? What kind of complaints do we normally get? Food? Usually the food?
Food, yeah. Nothing really crazy has happened as a maitre d'. It's all pretty normal. But when I was serving, I was serving, and I had one of the most awkward moments ever, where you get that heat and the sweats immediately.
Yeah, I have that right now.
Yeah? Sorry, because I'm doing your
You
podcast.
make me nervous.
Sorry.
You're biggest
Okay,
celebrity.
so I was waiting on the table, and I was telling the features. It was 3 business people, and is that okay if I'm telling the story right now?
Yes.
Okay. And I have the lowest form of Tourette's called tics. I don't know if you've ever seen me tick. I do. I have it. It's real, and I can. Yeah.
I think we'll get to this in a
Okay,
minute,
good.
but you and I might have the same thing.
Oh, fun.
And we are incapable of finishing a sentence, which is great because I'm a host of a podcast, and my train of thought is.
This is going to have to do with the story, though.
Okay.
Well,
good.
actually, you just cut me off, and it was actually.
And now we're talking about kangaroos, and we have no idea. Anyways,
Kangaroos, and the thing, how they're furry.
And
kangaroos.
I never understood
the way they jump. I cannot believe how high they can
and
jump.
they can punch.
Oh my god,
too.
they can punch the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was waiting on this table of 3 business people, and I was telling them the features of the day, and I'm like, oh, it's whitefish, da 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 da, and one of the guys would shake his head, kind of really, medium, like no, and I was like, oh, you don't like that one? And I thought he was just kind of being silly, and then I'm like, well, we've got this and this, and he did it again. I'm like, oh, you don't like that one either? Anyway, and then when I walked away from the table, I realized he had Tourette's.
Okay.
And I'm calling him out in front of
The people think he was going to get the job. I live,
yeah.
you've shot here before. We don't have to call attention to it. I did. There's a fire station on the end of my street, and it's great.
It's so interesting.
Maybe we're hearing it better than they do, but maybe not. Point is, someone's life is being saved right now.
I didn't
and we
hear
need to be
a
respectful.
siren. Did you hear a siren? Are you okay?
Yeah. That's not. That's just okay.
Oh no! Aaron, you have a kid on the way.
I know. So you're making fun of this guy's Tourette's on purpose, and
no,
then
not
he
on
says,
purpose. Yeah.
And then
Aaron, and no, they didn't say anything. And of course, it's just awkward. I mean,
how do you come to find out that it was Tourette's?
It hit me.
It
just hit me. I'm like, oh my god, he's not messing around. He's just shaking his head.
I'm not a Tourette's expert, but there are levels of it.
Sure.
And the most people just think of it as screaming out, cunt, in inappropriate places, and that's the only word. It's like if you have Tourette's,
He-Man.
He-Man.
Yeah.
So that's what people think of when they think of Tourette's is that. But there's like just touch it. There's like little ticks. There's like you can just move your head a little bit. There's everything, and you got. It sounds like you got like a 1.
I'm sorry. I guess I would say I probably have like a level 2, 3.
But what are yours?
So many things. Like I'll shake my head a little bit. I hide them a lot in my movements.
Or
I'll
do you double down on them because
I have
because you're a very physical comedian on stage. You're not just a joke writer and teller. You move around a bunch and you really use the whole space and use your whole body and act outs and stuff. And that could be you just being like maybe covering up your little things.
On stage, I don't even think about it,
eyeballs.
but I'll see myself do it. But in conversation, like with you, I'll be like, if I want to do my eyes like this, like open them up big.
You are doing it, I can tell you.
Well, I'm doing it to show you right now.
But in case you were unsure.
That was a...
Okay.
No.
One of them wasn't.
Yeah, one of them wasn't.
And the second
one was.
Also
and the third one wasn't. And then the fourth was...
Not.
It
wasn't either.
Oh, Aaron, I'm having such a good time with you.
Oh.
But so I'll be like this. I'll go, I'll make it a little bigger because I want to open my eyes. So I might seem more animated than you think I should be for what you just said, Like,
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Thanks for not doing that directly.
You're welcome.
So, all right. You're a 15-year-old little kid. You just got shit canned from a yogurt spot. You're like, my life is over. I'm never going to be anything. My parents disowned me. I'm living on the streets. How do you pick yourself back up from that?
Well, I was on drugs for 12 years. Lived garbage cans until the police picked me up and went to a halfway house. And
okay. What really happened?
Oh, after what, 15 years?
No, you said you were 15 or 16 at the time.
Yeah. Oh, what job did I have then?
Yeah. Did you get another job right away, or were you just? It was just life on the streets.
I did this little job where this guy. It was for a utility company, and I would have to dig the mud out of these little water things that are in the ground, like these little, to check the water. There's a cement cover, like a small one you can just lift with your finger.
Mm-hmm.
but inside there were frogs and dirt, and I had to clean all the dirt out.
Fun job or no?
Fun? No.
You didn't like it? Some
No.
people are.
And the guy would always sit in the car, the man, the truck. And like at one point I was like, "Are you gonna help me?" And he's like, "No." And I don't know why I was so angry that I just asked him to help me. I didn't know there was just me that was gonna do it. It was my mom's best friend. She hired me.
And
It was her
at
company.
the time you were like, I get to play with frogs?
Yeah,
Where
I
do
get to
I-
play for frogs. And it was like,
Where do I
I think it was like
sign right
$12 an hour, and that was in 1992 or something.
That's
93.
that's a good gig.
It is.
Yeah. My first job I got in 1998, and minimum wage at the time it was $5.15, and this job paid like $5.45, and I thought I was a motherfucking millionaire because I was
Really?
making 30 cents more than the minimum.
Yeah. Well, that adds up when you live at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
That's
at
cool.
home.
It does get hot in here.
Yeah, it does.
There was no way I was going to keep that jacket on. I don't know who I was fooling.
As
The
soon
game I
as
was
soon as
trying
you
to
sat
play.
down on it, you're like, "Is this jacket look okay?" I was like, "You'll be taking that off."
you were just waiting.
People who aren't in the biz, people who don't know how filming works,
Yeah.
it gets really hot.
It's hot.
And then
there aren't any lights on, but we don't have it. There's no air
You
conditioning.
have to turn the air off because the mics will pick it up. Some people even turn their refrigerators off. I don't go that far into it. I'm gonna keep my groceries intact for an hour. You're turning your fridge off for an hour.
Yeah.
I'll fight those
Well,
people.
it'll hold the.
Yeah, I know, but like also what model of refrigerator do you have that it's so loud that you can't film your podcast?
Yeah.
Just go to another. Right now, I can hear a guy weed eating, and I want. I don't know.
Is that what it is? Or is it a lawnmower?
It could be one
It's
of
a
the two.
lawnmower.
It could be one of the two. I don't even like those people. The grass is fine. And it's like they know they have to do it every Thursday.
Oh, I know they could do it every other week.
They could do it once a month. Our front lawn is this big, so they're just here running through the motions, like really being annoying. But anyway,
Based on a scale of 1 to 10, and based on how this podcast has gone so far,
yes,
10 being the most likely, 1 being the least likely.
10.
10.
Yeah.
No, wait, do you know what I'm going to say?
No.
How likely are you to ever ask me to do your podcast again? 1 to 10.
100.
No, 1 to 10, based
10.
on right now.
Yeah, 10.
God.
You're like, oh god, I got to do it again.
20 minutes we've been doing this.
Yeah, in
It's
37.
all gold.
Yeah. So, separate from your resume for a second, you suck ass at Instagram. Is that correct?
I do.
You're horrible at it.
I suck ass at it.
What could I do to make you better at it? Like you kill it on YouTube. That's like
I'm killing it.
Do you have 80 billion views?
Do you know how many? I'm getting 700,000 views a day right now.
That
That's
I mean, you're getting
It's
a
just-
lot.
that's really how many.
That's my favorite thing about talking to you, and
You never know.
is I never know if you're being serious or
Yeah.
not. And I never say anything serious either, but I have this face and this tone, so
I know.
people.
I never know with you.
It's been a big problem for me, just in my life in general.
Yeah.
But I'm never being serious, and so if I were to say that, like, yeah, my YouTube channel gets 700,000 views a day, and it doesn't, mine doesn't, but yours might. So I'm like, I don't know.
It does. It does.
it's like, I don't know.
I know. It's crazy. It's only because of 2 videos, though.
Right. So you had 2 Super Bowl commercial videos
Yeah.
go beyond viral.
Crash the Super Bowl
Website.
contest entries.
They had to shut down the game, I heard, because
Yeah.
of your commercial.
They
The
did.
players couldn't continue. They were
Couldn't
like,
handle it.
"Did you see that Doritos commercial?" It was Doritos, right?
Yeah.
Doritos commercial, and they were like, "I don't know how I could throw another ball right now because
It was too good.
it was too good for them." And then
Yeah.
also they were like, "You know that whole diet that you have me on right now with the fish and the rice?"
Yeah.
And he's like, for some reason, because of the quality of that commercial, I want to throw it all away and only eat Doritos for the rest of my life, and
Yeah.
that's not conducive to an athlete's
It's not.
just like their whole situation. I didn't even hear that.
You didn't?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I covered it up.
You were like, don't do it in the microphone, and then you shot it. Yeah, I didn't even hear it. I don't even think that the mics picked it up.
No, I covered it like that. I just thought it was one burp. Just to show that we're free.
Yeah, I mean,
Do whatever you
people do
want.
that. I typically
These are
ask,
so gross. This Red Bull, dude. It's The normal ones are gross. This is even more gross.
Are you
The
kidding me?
syrup.
This is my favorite one. I mean,
it's so
it tastes
nasty.
the sugar-free one tastes like garbage, and this one tastes the same, but it still has zero.
Oh God!
If people at home need to know, we're men with like rock hard 8-pack
Oh, yeah.
abs, and
Yeah.
so we can't be having sugar all the time because that'll go away if we do. And so
Yeah.
I got us a sugar-free so we could keep our abs.
We both have little honeys.
We both
don't want them to leave us.
Yeah, and they're definitely allowed to if we get.
Oh.
I didn't even hear that.
Oh, good. Okay, because I looked.
I don't know. Is
away.
your mic on? I'm not picking up
Oh,
these.
it's so weird.
Yeah, it's so weird.
You-
No, I did to go back into your question because I'm making myself be better at remembering where we left off because
Okay,
when
you were saying Instagram.
that
said
and
you're killing it on YouTube.
your first question was, would you have me on the podcast again?
Oh, right.
And I said absolutely because I want this to obviously be. I just started it, so I don't have a lot of people
Is
watching.
that what it is?
Yeah, that's why no one's watching. I'm converting. I'm in the process of converting my Instagram followers to people who listen to me as a human, and and the people that I know in my life that are funny, and that happens to be a lot of them. What'd you say you were? 900th? The United? No,
112th.
112th in the world, and I know all those same people because I live in the world. So you're also 112th funniest person that I know. No,
Yeah.
you're probably top.
Dude.
19 for me for sure.
Oh fuck! That
Yeah.
still hurts my feelings. Unless you say, even if you said like third funniest guy you've ever met in your life, I'm gonna be like, all right.
I'm not even trying to be a ass kisser right now. I have in multiple situations uttered the sentence out loud. I think Dennis might be the funniest person I know. I have said
Oh
that.
my god, that makes my
Well, there's
month.
that good and
Really?
Yeah, the month's almost over. But I have said that out loud before on multiple.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I want to translate it to podcast though. But it's something I got.
You're on one right now. I don't know if you know.
Oh,
This isn't just us hanging out on my
okay. Well, this is a great time. We're gonna.
Well, you should first of all, everybody would love for you to be better at Instagram,
Yeah.
and and then convert all your YouTube followers to that. So you're amazing at YouTube. No one's even doubting
It
that.
could be better.
How?
I could upload more.
When's the last time you put something out?
Oh man, 2 months ago.
I think that's the case with anything.
Yeah.
People ask me how to be good at Instagram or how to, whatever podcast. It's like do something every single. If it's Instagram, it's got to be every single day. TikTok is getting really big right now. You got
TikTok.
to do that every single day. You'd probably be really good at that too.
I did a couple little joke videos.
That's what they all are.
With
No one's
my-
on there
oh.
being like
I'll be
serious.
serious for just a second and say this and thank you.
While Kesha is
Oh.
playing in the background or whatever.
Yeah. Did you see that really cool, quick, serious TikTok?
I was on
video
TikTok
that guy
and
did?
it was like joke, and then I turned my life around. This one I watched. I actually am now a born again Christian.
Oh.
They converted me to the ways of Jesus.
Yeah.
He's my personal Lord and Savior now because of TikTok.
Do I look okay? I don't think so. You have like a good hairline and everything. I always have to be. You could any angle with you, you're fine.
No, I
With
hate
me-
I actually was watching the last video that I did this, and I was looking at the guests the entire time, and I remember thinking I should cheat more this way, so I don't have. It's not like all profile. I mean, I'll be looking in that corner,
Yeah.
but at least the video of it won't be so disgusting to look at. I hate my profile.
You do? Oh, I'm sorry. man.
One of my favorite jokes that ever made it into a movie. That I think it wasn't my joke, but it was a thing that was so relatable, and I thought that no one else had ever experienced this. I think it was the movie Funny People with Adam Sandler. He said that he always looked in a mirror, like a flat mirror, and was like, "This is fine. Go with this, like what you see right here." And then one time when I was like 13, I went into the Gap. And they had that three-way mirror, so you could see the size of the outfit. And he's like, "That's what my nose looks like from this. Is this what I've been looking like my entire life from the side? Why has no one killed me? Because I look horrible." I think we might even have like the same shape nose. He said,
Oh, you and him.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you heard your voice on?
Yeah, I hate it as well.
I didn't like it.
I'm getting better with this and just in general and stand up and stuff. But I hate the sound.
You're a great stand-up. Did I say that on this podcast?
You have to. You're
Aaron,
contractually
you're really good, man.
obligated to say it within 5 more times.
Okay. No, you are, man. You're good, dude.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I do hate the sound of my own voice, and
I think you got a great voice.
But I think that's everybody. I think
Okay.
that should be everybody.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who look way more attractive than I do hate the way that they look as well. And I'm like, do you want to trade with me? And they're like, no, I don't want to look like that, but I don't want to look like this either.
Yeah.
If you were gonna have a celebrity play you in a movie and it'd be like believable, who would it
Edward
be?
Norton.
Really?
Yeah. If you look at him, especially when he's younger, there's a few people that thought it was me.
I have a bunch of
In
pictures of him from when I
fear-
was younger in my bedroom.
Oh, really?
Hanging on the wall, yeah.
Oh,
No,
cool.
I don't. That'd be
Oh,
crazy.
you don't.
That fear it's Primal Fear.
Primal Fear.
Or he,
And it does look like me
yeah.
when I was younger. And we have a similar look.
And
profile.
and honestly, acting abilities. They're like right here.
Well, he's getting better.
He's getting better.
He's getting better.
I think
So it's not quite up to me.
He's
yet,
Ivy
but-
League trained, I believe. Yale?
Is he really?
Yale?
I don't know if you're serious.
I'm dead serious.
Well, I think he's amazing.
I don't know if it's Yale, but I know he's like the highest level of training an actor could receive. He has it, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's great. He's one of the best to ever do it, I think.
One time, I was cutting a calzone as a server, and it was a businessman, another businessman.
with
And-
Tourette's.
with Tourette's, and he's like, "Hey man!" and it scared me. No, and I cut it with we would cut the calzones for people at this place in 3 pieces, and it squirted, the marinara sauce squirted onto his white business shirt.
Why
That was awkward.
So what did you have to give him?
He just
free?
looked at me and and he was annoyed.
Thank
while
you.
recording his,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's just one
look at
button.
me.
Now it's going again. It's just
And so that was awkward.
but you got to keep your job.
Yeah, I think we
I
paid for his dry cleaning, but
Oh, really?
yeah, he was annoyed at me. But I can understand. But it's like if that happened to someone did that to me, I'm the kind of person that wants to make them feel better. Be like, oh my god, that's cool, man. What are you gonna do? It's life. But this guy was.
I have never no matter how bad the service could be or how bad the server is, I just suck it up because they touch my food. So
Oh. Yeah, you never want to be. There's no reason to ever be rude to a server during your meal, and I'll tip a server really well, no matter what, unless they're rude.
So you don't,
I don't
have
care.
Any, so it sounds like you don't have any rules in regard to tipping.
Well, that's one
It's like
rule.
I'll tip them this no matter what, unless.
Yeah, one rule.
So then it
one
isn't-
rule.
so then it
You
isn't.
be nice. I don't care how many things you mess up.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
So
care
they do.
how the food comes out. You're going to be tipped well.
Well, how the food comes out has nothing to do with how well they've done their job. They're just they come.
It's
That,
not
I don't-
that's not totally true.
really?
Yeah, because sometimes they run the food.
What are you, like a fucking maitre d or something?
Yeah, I
Okay.
know the shit. Sometimes if they don't run the food, at nicer places, the servers don't run the food. But yeah, they do. A lot of times they'll help but bring the food out. And if they're not moving quick enough, the food can sit in a window. It's called the window. Expo.
Okay, but have you noticed that probably because you have the experience that some places have what they call food runners as well?
Yes.
And your server never even touches your food.
A lot, yeah.
So then it's like now it's 3 people's fault. That's the guy
Mm-hmm.
who didn't time cooking your chicken parmesan at the same time as your wife's pasta dish.
You looked like you were about to cry just then.
I was
You really
thinking,
did.
I was thinking about a really awful chicken parm experience I had.
Really?
Yeah, at the Olive Garden.
Ooh.
Yeah, they brought me chicken marsala instead, and I hate
chicken
mushrooms.
I love chicken marsala.
I'll eat anything, literally.
Yeah.
There isn't a food that I won't eat.
You don't look, you're like thin.
I didn't mean I eat a lot of food. I just meant like I'm not
Any
a picky.
food. Oh,
I didn't mean
oh,
I'm not a picky eater.
You're not a finicky.
I'm not. No, not at all. You are though, right? We were.
No, pretty much. My wife. I'm not exaggerating. Onions and peppers, if they're in her food, it makes her angry, and that's real. She gets angry. Like I told her that this dish I was going to make for Thanksgiving ago, and
bell peppers or
any sort of
any pepper.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, there's onions and this, and she's like, what? What do you mean? What are you putting in it? I'm like, there's onions in it. And I'm like, oh, she's like, yeah,
Is that hard? Because almost every dish has a little bit of onion, just for it's like almost like a seasoning, just to have a little bitty tiny onions.
Last night we were ordering from Pagliacci's, whatever. It's an Italian place near us.
Oh,
it's an Italian place in case you didn't
no,
get that. It's not an Indian food.
It sounds affordable. Too.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have a lot of money. You too. And we were gonna get risotto, fettuccine, and lasagna. She's like, okay, just ask them. She doesn't talk like this. To no onions. And I'm like, look, I'm not gonna do that at an Italian place. I'm not. If onions come in it, and you just don't like it, I'll go get you Chipotle because she loves Chipotle. I go, can we just agree? I'm not gonna ask them to not make dishes right.
And also,
at an Italian place.
Do you cook as well?
I can cook if I need to.
I can cook. I can watch a YouTube tutorial, but risotto, like the base layer before you even start going down, it's like it's onions.
Cook some onions,
and some like a white wine.
Yeah,
and let that all soak up in the. I mean, there's a chicken stocky kind of element too, or whatever stock you want, but onions are involved.
Yeah,
and onions are involved in most dishes. So at first, I was like, "Oh man, that dentist guy's got a great life." Now I just kind of feel sorry for you because, like, how do you eat food with her?
She. I tell her, I go, "You pick food tonight. What do you want? No, whatever you want. Like, no, you are the one that can only eat 3 ingredients and everything. You pick it, and I'll enjoy it."
Yeah, there's this Instagram that I saw the other day. It was like when you order online, you can write like special instructions, like, "Hey, any special notes?" Like, "Hey, pepperoni, no onions," and then it'll be like special things that if you ever request. And this guy, it wasn't for pizza, it was for something else, but this guy wrote, "Hey, can you peel the cucumbers before you slice them and put them on the sandwich? It's not a big deal if you can't, but my girlfriend's a bitch and she's going to take it out on me if you don't." Like, something like that. It's like just a minor thing. She's going to treat it like it's my fault, I think is what he said. And it's not. It's like, how hard can you complain about something so insignificant like cucumbers not being peeled?
Yeah. When I go to go ahead.
Well, if she has like an allergic reaction to onions, but it's just she doesn't like.
She just doesn't like them, and I'll find myself saying this a lot. When I go to Chipotle, she literally wants easy steak, and she wants the least amount of steak you can put on it, maybe like 5 pieces on her burrito, a steak burrito. And I every time I have to sit and I go, I just want like half a ladle of steak. And I go, "I'm sorry, my wife's crazy." I have to say that every time, so I don't look like
she won't.
My wife is crazy.
I think my wife watched the first one of these, or she listened to it on her way from work, and she's like, "I got the idea." Yeah, she hears me talk 20 hours a day, every day anyway. So like now you got to listen to me again when I'm not in the car with you. Like, I don't know if she is. I mean, she's the most supportive person ever, but it's like, this is just
really more than my wife. You don't know.
Your wife is more supportive of me than my wife is. Yeah. You text me like twice a week and just like, "Hey, Mom, Nicole, thanks, you're funny."
Oh yeah, that was because you said something funny when you said, "Can we cuss on this podcast?"
I don't feel like it's a problem.
Even though you said that vodka is just water that's been butt effed.
Yeah, you can say that.
By potatoes.
Yeah, you can say
that. Was really funny.
What was the F?
Butt.
Okay, yeah.
Butt potato. She thought that was really funny, and I giggled. I just giggled.
And then.
Do you giggle? Do you ever giggle?
I could be a giggler. Oh, I don't change. I've also noticed in watching these that I don't change my expression very much.
That's enough. Don't touch your foot to my foot.
And
please.
I was like, man, people are gonna watch this and think I'm such a fucking asshole, but this is just my face, and I'm not. Like, I was like, actually, when they say to girls, they're like, "You need to smile more." Like, no one needs to receive that criticism more than myself. I should smile a lot more than I do.
Mm-hmm. We're talking improving Aaron today.
Yeah,
we're gonna make you better.
This is one. So these
you do have a very resting, just blank. You have a resting blank face.
On stage I say that I have a resting graphic designer face.
Oh my god!
That's
funny.
I actually wear glasses most of the time. I'm usually sitting at Starbucks with my glasses on.
That's awesome.
And I look probably like
oh god,
I look like 19 other white guys, and they're like on a MacBook Pro, just like working on their screenplay or whatever. And they're like, "Yeah, no, that's if you're gonna have I have a resting blank joke, that's the one for you." Do you have one?
Well, real quick, I don't know if you know how skillful that was. If you play that back in slow motion, if you watch what you did, you might be an X-Man. I don't know. That was an amazing catch. Do I have a resting face?
Yeah. Like if you
Yeah,
were,
this is my resting face. This is just because I'm talking right now, but I'm just like.
no, but if you had to do, yeah, that's
I was gonna do a sketch about
that's
that.
your driver's license
Yeah.
picture.
I was gonna do a sketch like that where it was a guy. He comes up, "Hi, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, have a seat." And they're at a cafe, and he's like, "So good." And she's like, "Yeah, great." She starts to talk, and he's just like, and she's like, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, why? What's the?"
I'm
that's
the
his resting
I'm the
face.
worst
It's
at
dumb.
this. But when people say ideas and I know one that already exists, that's that same idea.
Oh, thank you. Good, because I
Don't
do
waste your
not like.
You're a big YouTube guy, so you know that creator Ed Bassmaster.
Oh yeah,
We
we talked a little bit on YouTube. We almost collaborated. But it was too big.
I've met him. I met him at a couple times, but he has one where he's like he'll do that. He does it in like really serious situations, like in job interviews, or he'll be like asking someone for help at Home Depot, and then he'll just like his face will freeze and like this really weird thing, and it's so funny.
Oh, great! Thank
Yeah.
you, Aaron.
So I'm just saying, don't waste your time doing it because they'll be like, "This is an Ed
No, that's
Bassmaster
good.
ripoff."
Absolutely. I love hearing that. I don't ever want to do anything.
You would do it better, but
Oh, of course you would. I did do a sketch called Facing Bad News, and it did really well. And
what is really well for you mean?
I mean, it had like maybe 30,000 views, but
That's not very much.
no, but the likes to dislikes, the ratio is really good. And it was a guy about a friend, two guys, and the guy was telling him about, he's like, I've got cancer. He's like, really? It's like, yeah. I'm like, how long do you have? It's like, about 4 weeks. And as he's telling me, I'm just like, but I'm not doing a resting face. I'm just doing the dumbest face. Like, yeah. So each time it goes back and then it really,
Have you ever seen the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
no. Yes.
That was their little sketch that they did for the pilot to get their show made. It's like Charlie has cancer, and they're all just like, yeah, but can we borrow your basketball?
Okay, but that's not the same sketch. But no, that's very similar. Did you know Dimitri Martin?
Yeah.
He might have taken one of my jokes, or one of his writers did.
Why are you sitting here right now and not going to fight him?
Because I don't. It's okay.
I like Dimitri Martin a lot.
I love
but
him.
which joke did he steal so I can not laugh at that one?
Did you see the one where he talks about in the future, basically artificial intelligence is going to be so whatever
Advanced.
advanced that robots are going to get offended when people do the robot dance?
Yes.
That's my joke. I did it 5 years before him, and way better.
Yeah.
It's literally almost word for word.
Because he isn't as physical as you. So
No, so what sucks is that joke, I was crushing it like 3 years ago before he ever did I'd never heard him do that joke.
Is it on his newest?
Yeah, one of his newest ones, yeah.
And
And I don't
rewatch it.
I don't like watching stand-up because I don't like getting stuff from people on accident, that can happen, little concepts. And I said to my wife, let's just watch some stand-up. Let's just watch it and just relax. And there's Dimitri Martin. And a couple minutes in, he does my joke. It's my joke. Whether he took it or not, or a writer of his did, it's mine. And I'm not even exaggerating. It's like word for word, but he does it as a throwaway.
Yeah.
Which
Do
is
you
so
have
annoying.
it on?
Yeah.
Did you ever do it on
Time-stamped on
Okay.
YouTube.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Way before.
Okay. Yeah.
You should check it out. I'll send it to you.
No, I love that, but I love that there's at least exists the evidence of you doing it long time ago. But I do the opposite of what you just described. I watch people that I don't even know. If there's a stand-up special, I'll watch all the majors anyways, like any stand-up special possible. But if there's another one on, I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. Let me check out his shit. I watch all of them.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to. I'm like, he's going in the direction of one of my bits. I don't really want to do that anymore. But I found that it's very easy to circumvent that by keeping things like really personal to you. Like you've seen some of my stuff. Like I talk about experiences that I had that if someone were to retell that joke, it would be so obvious that they were lying because that thing happened to me and only me.
Yeah, I think I don't know if that's a better way to do it. I think you're going to stifle yourself more.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I think you're going to get scared away from bits. Because there's concepts that no one owns.
Right. I'm not saying that I have completely
Yes,
shut.
you are.
Yeah, I did
Yes,
say
you
that.
are.
I did say that.
You're
I
saying
did say
yes,
that.
you are.
Yeah.
You're saying it.
That I've completely shut off that part of my ability to deliver comedy. But
Are you crossing your legs when I cross my legs?
I don't know
Stop.
if I don't know. When we watch back, I'll let you.
Okay,
but
we'll see.
We'll see.
Wait. Oh, yes, anding each other. the Kevin Nealon podcast, he walks when they're doing their podcast.
Oh yeah. I watched the about like Runyon and stuff. Or does he go a different place every time? I watched the one that he did with Theo.
Yeah, man. You might. It'd be cool if you were walking in an office somewhere and walking through somewhere where you knew people, but you're allowed to walk and talk about jobs.
You would run out of rhythm. I don't know where I would walk for an hour in my.
Well, you just do a few laps.
Yeah.
That's again. Oh, here you are.
I thought that was a cool idea, but also there's a part of it to me that's really weird, and because he's holding that GoPro stick, and so whoever his guest is has to walk weirdly close to him so that they're in a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how they're picking up the audio. Maybe they both have little lapel mics on.
Just be careful with your mic. It's okay. Just don't hit it.
If you punch them, they actually are better. So I don't know. It was a good idea. I think that people were trying to consistently come up with different ways to talk to people.
We always want to go on a podcast when you're invited and tell the person a better way you think they can do it. That's polite.
I'm only 4 or 5 episodes in, so I'm willing to receive advice. But I will tell you you're wrong. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I'm probably not. I mean, I'm a one-man show. There's a lot of times you're watching podcasts. You should, where
that's our thing. We do this. We go. Oh, sorry, you're talking. We go like this. We go. Our thing is we like, hey, like we're gonna go for a high five, and then we go, no, just that. Oh wait, this, and then I don't know, something like that.
One of those,
but not an explosion. Just and we go, yep.
There's a lot of podcasts that you'll see if you're watching the thing, or you hear there's a producer like sitting back there at the desk, and he's like doing all the stuff, and not me. I'm like, I just gotta press record on like 8 things, and then let's talk for an hour, and then let's go get hammered.
Dude, I'd like to be a character in the back for you every podcast, and you just is that a ghost? I think it's a ghost.
I don't know what that was.
Oh. Is my butthole collapsing? I don't know why I just said that.
Yeah.
Because it makes that sound. If it collapses, it's not good, dude.
The collapse?
Yeah, it's very rare. It's a weird.
Do you have to? Are you Maitre D-ing after this?
No. Took tonight off because I'm making so much money on YouTube right now.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
it must be nice. I wonder what that's like.
What?
I wonder what that feels like.
What?
I mean, these I have to pay. I'm making the negative money on these so far on YouTube. They're like,
what are you talking about?
I'm joking, obviously, but one day I'd like to be as good as you are at YouTube.
I think, man, I have some special skills. I want to match them up with your special skills. And, we should, when you have that, when everyone has a cool role and they can make everyone else better, I love that. I like working with people.
How good are you at emailing?
Pretty good.
Did you email Dimitri Martin's people in that video yet?
No, because I don't care. Like, even if one of two things happened. He took it, or one of his writers, and what am I going to do? I'm not going to fight him. Or 2,
would you win?
I think he's such a good comedian. That's flattering if we thought the same.
Yeah.
Maybe we just had the same, but I don't think we didn't just come up with that.
I think that's a common thing, that people to arrive at the same, if all of our comedy brains are writing the same way. It's like a lot of times you'll see, back in the day, there was like Letterman and Leno are having a monologue at 10:30 at the same time, and somehow something happened in the news, and their staff of writers got together and they wrote more or less the same version of the same joke, and they don't have to check them with each other. So it's like pretty common that would happen because there's only so many jokes you can make. But I think, is that super common to be thinking about offending robots in the future? No, but
I don't think so.
But I think there is a way to deconstruct that joke, and you probably arrived at it around the same way.
Maybe we did, but it is pretty. I've had 4 jokes, if you include that one. I've had 4 jokes stolen, for real. One on Twitter. Someone put one of my jokes on Twitter after they saw me the night before.
That's a hard thing to police too. Tweets and memes, and all they do is airbrush out your. I used to police that way more in the beginning of my Instagram days than I do now. Now I just kind of like, I'm flattered that you thought that was funny enough to steal or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen that much for me because I'm not very funny.
Yes, you are, Aaron.
But
Aaron, you are very funny.
But
that's 2 or 3.
You have 2 more before we can shut the podcast off.
Okay.
You're
so
Oh, God.
funny.
See-
oh my God, you're so funny.
Oh,
There's
my-
two. Can I go?
No.
Okay.
No, I actually lock the door. My door locks from the outside. You need a key.
That's creepy.
Yeah. We did say I did text you on yesterday. I've been doing this with all my guests
so
to say
gross.
what drink do you want to drink on the podcast, and you actually yesterday said Red Bull vodka.
Yes, I did.
Do you think vodka makes Red Bull taste worse? I do.
When I'm drinking, I really don't care.
Is
how
it because
tastes.
you need the liquid cocaine
It's
of
amazing.
Red Bull, and then you
Yeah.
also want to feel drunk at the same time?
It's incredible.
When I first got my start in alcohol, which was way later in the game than most people, I was just ordering things that I knew already, and at the time I really liked Red Bull,
Mm-hmm.
and Red Bull vodkas were starting to get popular. So I was like, I'll have one of those, and I hated it because I was like, this Red Bull is fine by itself. Why they need to fuck it up and put vodka in it? Now it's disgusting. So I kind of don't care for Red Bull vodkas, but I was excited to try them in my old age with you today.
Yeah.
So-
Oh man, next one of these other times. I'll tell you, I've had so much Red Bull and vodka in my life for so long that when I do finally get a physical in the next 2 months, if they say, I'm serious, man, if they say my liver and everything looks good, I really will. I might think I'm an X-Man. Something I have powers. Because there's I don't understand that.
If physicals were given by test grades, what grade do you think? What letter grade do you think you're going to get on your physical?
If I went right now,
C
oh
plus?
God,
D?
I think I'd get a D plus.
D plus.
Yeah, because I think some bad stuff's going on inside me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel great. Except I can go play basketball full court for 2 hours straight and outrun most people.
I can't do that.
Yeah, so I'm probably fine.
I couldn't do that.
I think I'm too hard on myself.
Yeah. I was doing. We totally jumped off the work.
We really did.
But it's okay
I'm
because
sorry.
people are like, he's a Maitre D, I get it. And he got fired from a yogurt spot. Great, let's talk about other stuff. I did
try.
that. This is podcast related. Did you know Joe Rogan and the other three comics that do that Sober October challenge?
Yeah.
Tom Segura,
Ari.
Ari Shaffir,
Yeah.
and Bert Kreischer. And
Yeah.
so me and three of my buddies bought that little heart monitoring mechanism and did the same thing this year.
Mm-hmm.
And it works. If you're watching yourself on this, it shows up on my phone, and I'm watching what my heart rate is and how many points I'm getting. All I had to do was turn it into a point system, and I was like, I'm beating these motherfuckers today. And that's when I was in the best shape of my life for 3 weeks.
Oh, that's cool. A
And
competition.
Yeah,
That's fun.
And then that's also an added element. And you're like, I want to beat my friends, and I won. But I did. But no, humble brag.
Oh, you're doing the weed thing.
The fake.
Oh,
the
you're
fake
so
dude.
funny, Aaron.
Oh my god, the fake weed prop thing.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yep. Oh no, you didn't even.
We're making sure we have to say yep.
There we go.
I thought we were changing it
No,
every
we're
time.
doing high five, and then what are we doing? No to fist and
Yep.
Oh, it's so good.
So I won that. And
That's cool.
all I'm
man.
saying is, if you want to get into better shape than you currently are, right before your physical, just challenge me on that thing, and then you'll lose, but at least you'll get in better shape for trying to beat me.
I don't know, man. You should. I've been Fight Club ripped twice in my life, where I look like Brad Pitt, kind of.
Yeah.
Really. Just
How
like,
quick? I can get pretty in shape pretty quickly.
Me too. So.
And then if I don't do anything and the plateauing, it's not horrible, but it's I wonder what I would look like if I just never drank alcohol and worked out like The Rock.
Yeah, man.
I would never look like The Rock.
No,
Obviously.
you don't want to. You
And I
don't,
don't want
have
to,
his
but-
body frame. He's 6'6".
But maybe
6'6".
a Ryan Reynolds or like a Zac Efron or something. They have
Yeah, because I think that's your body frame. It's you
you
can't
if anyone's watching at home, Zac Efron and I are the same height and weight.
There you go, see?
All I have to do is just eat more fish and
Yeah.
do more push-ups, and
So easy.
I could get in Baywatch. That was my first job, by the way. I was a lifeguard.
You really were?
Yeah,
Like the new Baywatch.
not a beach lifeguard, a pool lifeguard.
Oh, why did I think that?
Because
you were in Baywatch. Did you say what?
Zac Efron was in
Oh.
Baywatch.
Okay, and
I
you
was
were
saying I
Baywatch.
could have gotten cast as in Baywatch, but no, that was my first ever job. I was 15 and I got my lifeguard certification, and I was a lifeguard for 9 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I was a lifeguard.
It's the best job.
I was a lifeguard.
Okay,
I was a lifeguard too.
I believe you.
Me. And well, I'm excited
Me,
because I
Dennis.
forgot that was one of my jobs when I was like 17,
How?
18
Where? Pool?
for kids pools. I swear to God, and for daycares.
What was the deepest part of the pool?
Like I don't know, 3 feet maybe. But here's the thing: I was really bad. So
But
bad.
you would have had to. So you got your CPR certification. And you're like, 'cause you
All
have to.
that.
Yeah, okay. I was like, you made it sound like you were just like, yeah, it was my dad's friend. He was like, Dennis, watch those kids, make sure they don't drown.
No, but I was certified.
No
that
peeing
I
in
was
the pool.
watching. I was watching 3-year-olds, and one time I wasn't paying attention, and one of them died.
Yeah.
No, but one of them, I looked over, and he was like, "Hi!" And he was like having the hardest time, And of course, I got him out real quick, and he was so pissed at me. He was like this 4-year-old. I felt terrible.
We had like a reoccurring like bit that we would do, where we would save somebody who wasn't drowning,
Oh
just
my
because it
gosh.
looked like they're just bad at swimming.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh man, sorry. He's like, Mom, I'm swimming laps. I'm like, well, it looks like you're drowning. You're bad.
Oh, you would do it too. They were in on it. They
They
would
were-
just mess with it. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I don't.
That's awesome, man.
We had a lot of. I was doing this in college, and we had a lot of foreign exchange students.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to say which part of the world they were from, but swimming isn't their shit. It's not their jam.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And but they like the idea of like maybe, hey, I got this. I have access to this facility, and no one's really in here judging me. I should see if I can do this now.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy would be like, let's just jump in and save them.
That's awesome, man.
He's like, what are you doing? We're like, I thought you were drowning. He's like, no, man, I'm swimming laps. This is
So great.
this is what my swimming laps looks like. I'm like, well, then you are doing it very wrong.
It's creepy because you have such a resting graphics artist face that when you do laugh and everything, it's like, whoa, it's jolting because your
Are you
face
having a heart
changes.
attack?
It goes from 0 to 100.
Yeah,
It's
I guess.
it's creepy.
I try not to do it very often.
don't.
When you picked I have this bowl on my desk here. Is that a desk? It's not.
It's an end table.
that has really bad, the 50 worst interview questions on the internet on it, and I have it there in case my guest is like, they're hard to talk to and they're giving me yes or no answers. And
Oh,
I-
so I shouldn't. That's bad if I hit like that.
no,
Okay.
that's how they work that way.
Okay.
And I've only used it once.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Are you about to have to use it?
No,
You want to do
but
one?
you did one, and I was going to just ask which one you read because you were just doing.
You want me to tell you what it was? I
yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot. No, I do remember. It
Just do
was
another
what's your ethnicity?
Oh yeah, that's a thing you shouldn't have to ask in it.
Shouldn't have to ask,
or you shouldn't need that.
You
It's
should
not.
be able to ask anything.
It's not important. Is the point? If
Important
you
to
look
who? I'll debate you all day long. What are you,
Sure.
crazy liberal?
if you
What
look
are you, a
at
leftist?
what
Fucking
are
progressive.
you, 2 left
Relax,
feet?
man.
What are you dancing in circles, bro? I think if you look at someone, let's say like a Pete Davidson, that guy.
Yeah.
he's like ethnically ambiguous.
He talks about that. Are you stealing his joke?
No,
He
I'm
talks
just
about
saying
that.
if he wasn't on Saturday Night Live and he wasn't a comedian and he was just an accountant and he was in an interview at
Oh.
and they were like, oh, this is going great. So you went to Berkeley, okay, cool. Berkeley. And what are you, by the way?
Yeah.
Like why does it matter? I'm good. I got the credentials.
Yeah, of course it shouldn't matter to.
I mean, no one would ask you that because obviously you're African American.
Yeah.
But
Oh, Aaron!
uh,
Oh my God, you're so
he
funny.
thought I was going this way. I went that way.
No, I knew exactly what you
What
were
was the
doing.
second one you picked up?
I didn't read it.
Oh. Do you need help reading?
Here we go. If you were going to audition for American Idol, what song would you sing?
Jesus. Such a bad question.
It is because
I would just say, what's your karaoke song if that was me in an interview?
okay. My go-to karaoke song. I did it 3 times and I brought the house down.
Were you a
It's
good singer?
Puff the Magic Dragon. But I would make up lyrics and stuff.
Would you consider yourself to be a good singer?
I can hold a tune, but I get nervous and I freeze up.
How many Red Bull vodkas do you need before you do karaoke?
3 solid ones.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: I'm an amazing bowler.
That's what we should do on our double
Dude,
date.
let's do it.
How?
But here's the thing. Me and Nicole love bowling, right? And when we first started dating, I'd be vodka Red Bulled up. And I always am when I'm bowling. Always. And I can bowl with a 15, right? Okay. And so I was on a no drinking thing for a while and went bowling.
And you suck.
I couldn't hold the ball, the 15, it was too heavy. It was like when Superman.
You're drinking your strength. Before.
Yeah, yes. It was like when you remember Superman had his powers.
I've heard of him.
Oh no, it's a superhero. He's a comic book. There's been movies and stuff. Superman?
I'll have to Google it.
Yeah, look at it. You'd know his face. You'd know if you saw the outfit. Oh God, why am I winded? I'm just sitting here. But anyway, it felt like, and I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be funny. It felt like when Superman lost his powers, I was like, what happened to me? I can't do it anymore. I can't bowl because I can spin the ball like a pro.
Okay, what do you normally put up on the board? High ones?
My highest,
twos?
and it wasn't luck. My highest game was like 286.
I've only broken 200 twice in my life, and I still consider myself to be like a pretty good bowler. I took bowling as a class in college. We had to have two.
See, that's your problem.
You're
either a natural or you're not, Aaron.
I know that I have the technique. I know how to keep score. If that board wasn't up there, I could do all that. Like
It's
I know
nothing to do with being a good bowler.
it just has to do with how hard you can throw the rock.
Wow.
Nancy, I will say, is my wife is a very horrible bowler.
Because Nicole's really good. So
Okay,
should we
so
switch?
maybe
Nancy will play with me.
so she doesn't like when I try to give her a little like I took bowling in college advice. So maybe Nicole can get through to her and she can actually do better.
What if we do switch?
Should we check our phones right now at the same
No,
time?
I'm turning it. I turned it over. Look, that's respectful. Look what I did.
Okay, no, it's fine.
Okay. Do you think?
I didn't even hear that.
I think that the biggest. Okay, no, I'm not going to break it. Sorry. If I broke it, I would totally fix it.
I don't know if you get
Look, I'm drunk right now.
Okay.
No. What if we could do a bit where when we're playing, we switch, right? And I can play it really serious, and I keep giving her like notes. I don't know if it'd be fun. I can play it so serious to her.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Do you like getting stabbed?
I can take it. That's fine. I can dodge like that. Pretty good. What does she have? What kind of knife does she carry? Because it depends. How big is the blade?
It's butterfly.
Ooh.
Yeah, she can do all the.
I freeze up. I freeze up in butterfly knife fights.
Yeah. So when you keep saying switch and team things, do you bowl if we want to double?
I'm not like into sex switching. I mean, why?
We don't know yet.
Oh, okay.
But you said we would switch. You meant like we would go play couple versus couple, like my.
I was saying we do couple versus couple, but then I'm like we could have fun. Well, one because Nicole's good. Nicole's a good bowler. So we would crush you guys.
Be the judge of that.
It wouldn't be fun. So I'm saying not only because it'd make the teams more fair, we could also have fun with Nancy and I could make her mad. I could see if I could.
Well, if you're talking up a big game, like you're the shit right now, and it sounds like you might be. I don't have any reason to think that you're lying. And then I maybe be like a little less good than you. Why don't we could do guys versus girls?
Okay. Yeah.
And
I can still try to mess with Nancy.
You should anyways.
I probably average without playing all the time. If you gave me 3 games, I'm gonna average like 150.
That's not horrible.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I'm not even just playing. But I'm gonna have a game that's like 202.
I'll probably do. I'm like 130 to 150 on
I like
average.
the guys versus the girls, man.
Yeah. Where do you guys have a spot in LA that you go?
Yeah, we go to Bangarang.
I don't know if is that
It's
in
not a
the
real
valley?
place. It's not a real place.
Oh, you should say
we
a real
go
name
to-
because I'm trying to get a sponsor for this podcast, and I don't know anyone who's sponsored by a bowling alley.
We go to what's the one? Jerry's on Ventura.
Oh, I think it's
Whatever. It's that one.
It's a person's name for sure.
Something. But we go to that one.
Pens?
Maybe.
They have a Jerry's
Oh, yeah.
Deli inside of the Pens. Is that the way you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because they have really good Reuben sandwiches, and I need.
Dude, Cantor's has a good Reuben sandwich. No. Sorry. Yeah, there's one in Ventura. I think there's 2 Cantors.
There is or are you talking about Mel's Diner? Because there's one of those.
I think that's what I'm talking
The
about.
Cantor's got my wife really sick one night, and so now I'm not allowed to eat there, and I actually really like Cantor's.
Oh.
Remember that it used to be such. I mean, I don't know if it still is, but all the shows and stuff. It was like where the comics would go after their late night sets because they were open 24 hours.
That's cool.
I would like to be in that era of time, like in the late 70s, early 80s, where
It's so cool.
you don't have shit going on, so you just go do your set. There's not a lot of other comics at the time, so you're murdering, obviously.
Yeah.
And then you just go eat a Reuben
Yeah.
with 9 other pieces of shit like you.
Oh, no. You don't think you're a piece of shit, do you?
I
think we're cool.
I think no, I do. I think
I love my life.
Well, that's why I love my life too, and I think that's what makes us not fit the mold of a lot of the traditional comic. A lot of people are very, very depressed.
Yeah, I had some panic attacks. I wouldn't say real panic attacks, but panicky, like, oh my God, maybe 4 years ago. But I'm so happy with like how my life has turned out.
I'm happy with how your life turned out too.
Thank you.
Yeah,
because I didn't whatever. I didn't change my expectation. I changed my
that's what's
What's happening? I changed my expectations. I didn't lower my expectations. Just moved them.
Yeah,
it's awesome. I'm so.
Was
happy.
that advice that you received? Just move them around.
No, I just did it naturally because I was going to go crazy if I didn't, and realize that you just wake up every day and you're like, oh, I have this and this and this, and it's amazing. It's the whole Tony Robbins. It's like wake up with what you have and think about what you have, not what you don't have. And my son, because I didn't become a groundling, which I was in the Sunday Company, and not becoming a groundling is like one of the worst things that can happen to a Sunday Company person. That's like where Will Ferrell and everyone came from. And it's kind of like if you don't become a groundling, it's like your girlfriend breaks up with you, and you have to watch her just do someone else in all the positions you always wanted to do forever.
But she kept saying no to you.
Yeah, but you can never get away from it because I know people.
And by the way, that person is Will Ferrell. It's a way more successful, funny version of you, and that's who is with your girlfriend now.
Yeah. But my point to that was I have a kid.
Yeah. What's your kid's name for the listeners?
Wait, and so I don't care anymore. Like I'm happy because if I would have become a groundling, I wouldn't have had my kid.
Oh, okay.
And I would go back and do it all the same again.
What's
my son's name? What?
Yeah, it's a fun. Your kid's name is really fun.
What?
Your son. What's his name? Whoa.
Oh, I didn't know they were on like that. Will you tell me?
I haven't seen
how long were they like that?
Where they're like glasses.
We're Daft Punk.
Yeah. They could.
What is it? I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I don't know how's it.
That's
Mexican's lucky.
That
it
should
sounds
be.
like they're saying I'm Mexican.
That's your new
Mexican.
American Idol audition song right there.
Yeah.
You know you cannot audition for American Idol. Did you know that?
Because I'm an actor.
No, because you're over the age of 28. That's their cutoff.
I'm really over the age.
Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to allow to audition twice, like basically. Like
Wow.
they'd be like no and then no again. You've done it, so you're bad.
I auditioned for Last Comic Standing.
Oh yeah?
I did years ago. And my friend John Reap, who won the first one, I think.
Yeah, I opened for him.
He really?
Yeah, on the show.
He was on that show. Isn't he great? So we've been friends forever. He's the nicest guy, and he got me up. I got to cut the line. I didn't have to wait.
Yeah.
And I said to myself before I went on stage, I go, just don't be one of those guys. Don't be one of those guys. Just get off if they don't like you. Just go. Don't say anything. So maybe like a minute into my act, I have my shirt off and everything. I do this troll bit that does great with big crowds and stuff, but it's just not the right thing to do for this audition. And they stopped me and they're like, okay, if you're going to take your shirt off, you're going to have to at least, it has to be funny. I'm like, oh, you're right. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. And like, and said something else. I'm like, oh, thank you. And they didn't, I got off. And I'm like, oh, good job. At least you just got off. It's horrifying.
Who were the judges this season?
Wait, Aaron. I don't know. I don't remember. But they came out with the show, and they showed those snippets of auditions and everything in the segment. I was on. You know what the segment was called?
People who didn't.
And then there are these guys.
And it
was me just doing these dumb bits, that you would never. You just think I'm the dumbest comedian ever.
I had a buddy audition for American Idol, and that was the same thing for him. He didn't get his own clip, but he was in the montage of like all the people that just didn't make it.
Oh.
And he's actually like one of the most talented singers that I know. But
I know talented singers that were like just didn't even get.
You know why they didn't get it? They don't have an interesting backstory.
Oh,
the producers are like, "Oh, your parents are still married, and you're a straight white guy.
Mm-hmm.
We need some more pain out of you.
Yeah.
Did you have a sibling that died in Afghanistan? No. Why are you singing on the show?
What are you doing?
This show's not about
cry.
This show's not about how good of a singer you are. It's about how many of your siblings are dead.
But it is, it's a TV show. Oh, here comes my accent. It comes out every once in a while. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I got rid of it. There we go. Because I'm from Yorksley in England originally.
I knew that.
They said that accent was going to kill me when I first moved out here, but I took a bunch of classes and stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Sometimes after you have a few drinks,
they'll come
it
up.
slips.
Yeah.
Comes back
Yours?
in.
Where are you from? Are you from?
I'm from Kentucky, and
They'll come
after I
back.
have a few tequilas,
Yeah.
it comes back out.
Dang, man. I don't know what I was going to say.
Something about
Those are my biggest. So my YouTube channel got big by American Idol, fake American Idol videos.
Oh, okay.
Auditions.
That's what
Fake American Idol auditions.
That's what you sustained the views for after the Super Bowl commercials, or were they before?
Before. They weren't. Yeah.
They weren't what?
They never won the Crash the Super Bowl thing. Got in. One of them was in the contest.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't make any. No one even watched it. Really, didn't do anything in the contest. And then the other one we just made because the first one did so well on YouTube.
So did you get anything from Doritos out of this, or was it just that was their way at the time? It was pretty smart to get like a bunch of free commercials.
Yeah, and
for
they
your
don't
product,
care.
and
It's basically a spoof, and I can use their logo. Really, it's not like it's a spoof. It's
Right.
and they're getting so much press from it.
But you could have done anything. You could have like shit in a Doritos bag, and then
Well, that one probably would have been flagged, and people eventually would have not watched it, or maybe
there were
they
no
watched
rules.
it.
There were no rules. It was just like we have.
Oh, I'm pretty sure there were some rules. Maybe, yeah, for the contest.
I don't know. The only one that I know is if I did a beer commercial one time, and you can't be seen. You can't put the beer up to your mouth and drink it. You can only be holding
Well,
it.
that doesn't make any sense at all.
Can't be seen drinking a beer in a commercial for anyone.
That's so funny. That's so silly.
I don't know why. I mean, I could guess.
Yeah.
But why would we spend time guessing?
My son's catching on to me
For
when I have like a cocktail or something. He's like, I want to try that. Let me try that. And I'm like, why? Because I want to try yours. And I'm like, no, I'm sick. You don't want to get sick from me. But I totally would. And they're usually vodka Red Bulls.
That's so funny. I just had that thought of
You're gonna
maybe
have to cut that part out of this.
every single time that my parents were sick when I was growing up, they just didn't
quote
want me.
unquote sick.
They were like, "Oh no, I got a stomach thing. I don't want you to. It's contagious. I don't want you to taste." That was like my aunt or my uncle or somebody being like, "Oh, there's straight vodka in this cup, and you can't have any."
Mm. You really have to cut that part out.
Do I really?
I think so.
What did you say?
Well, because
It's okay.
it's just the courts
We're
are
allowed.
involved. No, I'm just kidding. Not at all.
You could let your kid have. I mean, I obviously could cut it out if it was going to cost you your freedom. You're gonna get locked up for letting your kid.
No,
Take a sip
it's
of
not
it.
that. No, I would never. No, I wouldn't let him. He did. I did. I'd never really smoked, but there was a time where I'd maybe smoke half a cigarette a day just for like a month. And I went to the bathroom, and they were in my desk, and he's like 3 years old, and I come in the living room, and he's just has them open, shoving cigarettes in his mouth. I'm like, "Are you no?" But he didn't really eat any of it because that could have been so bad. But he didn't eat any of it. I literally just got it out, you know.
Well, because there are candy cigarettes, and
Well, but he.
it's like which came first though, and then he saw. They don't even.
No,
make,
he
they don't-
never.
They don't make
They
those
just
anymore.
eat shit. They
They just-
eat stuff, man.
Um,
Kids just eat.
That was
They're
in
so
a
dumb.
that was in a movie one time. There was like all these like new dads, and I was like, well, "What's the worst thing that you've done?" He said, "The other day, I like looked away for 2 seconds, and I looked back, and my kid had picked up a cigarette butt off the ground and was just eating it."
Oh,
What was the dumbest thing that you ever did as a new dad, like a parent, like maybe just
oh,
bang
right.
bang its head against like a shelf or something when you're like you just don't know.
Yeah.
Right now, you take up a new space.
Okay, I can tell you, it's so bad. And I think back on it, and I didn't realize how unsafe it was.
Uh-huh.
I would go running with my son in a nice stroller, a nice one,
With like the big wheels.
nice one, you know, and I would let go of it and run with it because it was easier. But that thing could easily have flipped and like hit something, but I wasn't thinking.
No,
Like, I'm
I
such an idiot.
It probably
man.
wouldn't have. Like
No,
those
but those things they'll kind of do a thing, and they'll, you know, even when you're so.
I do that with
Oh.
shopping carts in the grocery store sometimes, or in the parking lot. Even I'll be pushing it, and I'm like,
Mhm.
it's going on its own. I need the text or something, and it's just kind of moving, but there's not a live human child in it. So that's really funny.
Oh, okay.
No, what? I think I've never heard that version before.
Okay, when your kid is big enough to walk and he's getting out of the car and he's standing there, don't slam it. Just wait until they are way away from the door to shut it. Or I've almost completely knocked my kid out before. Like if that thing went, wow, really, their fingers.
Yeah, when I was about your son's age, my grandmother shut my fingers in her car door. She was at McDonald's, yeah. And it was, so when you open a door, the part of it that's like the backside, like not the part that's going to slam, but this part over here, there's like a little crease.
Yes.
I had my fingers in that in the car.
Oh, okay.
And my grandmother shut the door on so that part got smaller. My fingers were in there. And she didn't know because she was like, "Oh, I'm not going to shut his head in the door, so he's not over there. He's over here, sticking fingers and stuff." You don't know. You're just a kid. You're stupid.
Yeah.
Like Louis did a bit, or he was talking about he was trying to keep his kid warm. It was like the winter, and so he was like, they're in the stroller. He's like, "I'm gonna start the car, get the car warm, while I'm loading the groceries in." And then he's like, I went back around to pick her up, and I saw that the exhaust of my car was just blowing right in her face. And
oh my god!
And then you just don't know. You don't know. You've never parked a human being next to your car before, so you didn't know that the exhaust was gonna just be like shooting right in their little tiny mouth. Yeah, I'm excited to do all of those things and fuck them up. We were supposed to be talking about work the whole time. We talked about parents. There's a buddy of mine does this kind of the same thing, but with talking about comedians with parenting. And that's more like what this podcast is.
Jamie Kaler?
No, Sandy Danto.
Sandy Danto?
Sandy Danto.
Oh.
Sandy
Danto. No, I've
done this podcast. It was very funny because it's dudes who are idiots talking about. We're comics, and so we're stupid anyways. We're talking about how just this stuff, like how dumb we've been with our kids. So as soon as I found out my wife was pregnant, he was like, "Well, let's come on and talk about," because there's a whole lot in the pregnancy world that you have to go through. And he's like, "And then come back later when you have the kid, and we'll do it again, because you're gonna fuck up a bunch, and I know it."
Oh yeah, yeah. That's fun though.
All right. Do you feel good about the content that we've done?
I don't feel bad about it. This is my best podcast so far, where I've just felt normal.
How many other podcasts have you done? Were they sexier than me?
I've done 4. No. I've done 3 other podcasts, and one they wanted us. We had to be a character the whole time, like twice, which is kind of restricting in a way. I was nervous and like you can't say certain things. That was the one that was more corporate-y. And then another one where it was a theme. It was set with and it was more host-driven, like really host-driven. So I didn't know I can kind of talk over the host a little bit. So I was a little quiet.
And that's a lot of your humor comes from talking over people.
Apparently.
Well, I actually wanted to do this podcast like 6 or 7 months ago, and I couldn't. I wanted to, but I didn't want to do it as a podcast. I wanted to do it still with comics and like Instagram, YouTube people, and do it as the whole thing as an interview. Like we're doing a fake interview the whole time, and so like I couldn't wrap my head around how that would work, and like I got to give them a fake job that they're interviewing for every time, or are they interviewing for the same job?
Yeah.
And so that's why I did with these questions. I was like, well, at least I'll have all the shit questions here, and if I ever run into a place where we need to hilariously answer one of these, we can do that. But like for the most part, I still just wanted to talk to comics about their work experience. And there might be a few times that the reason why you got to be as funny as you are, or somebody, is because of experiences they had in a relatable situation. Everybody hates their job for the most part, or has had a job that they hate, or has had a boss that they hate, or has been in an interview that didn't go well, and we can draw material from that. And it's a fun place to be in. You could do like every one of these. You could do maybe like a 5-minute fake interview with someone doing a character. Yeah, but no, you can say that because you could actually do that, but not every guest can show up with acting chops.
Yeah.
Like people are funny. People are still like, just because you're a comedian doesn't mean that you're an actor. That's the best pose. But so I think some people would be really excited you'd show up, and I'd be like, all right, just run with this. You're interviewing for a sales associate at Abercrombie and Fitch, and your shirt's off the entire time. Go. And you'd be like, I know exactly what to do. And other people would be like, nah, I don't know, man, if I can do that.
Yeah.
That person's from Kentucky.
I ran past Matthew McConaughey once. He had his shirt off, sweating on.
If he had a shirt on, it would be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I ran past him, and I just blew by him, man. Felt so
you were
good.
you were going the same thing.
Yeah, and I
you
just
said,
blew by him.
how'd you know it was him?
Oh, you know.
From behind?
You know.
You know it's him.
Because he's going, yeah, I don't know.
The whole
I'm not.
It's just
All right,
the same
all right,
word 3
all
times.
right,
All
all
right.
God, I hate hearing people do those impressions of that guy.
Yeah, it's just one
Because
word.
there's people who do impressions. There's people who do impressions of impressions.
And that's mostly what they have become.
It's so annoying. You know, you can tell the people who actually watch videotape, taking their mannerisms, and it's like, oh, that is like him, you know?
Who's your best audition? I'm not going to make you do it right now, but if you were like auditioning for SNL and you had to, and they were like, what celebrity would you be? Who are you picking?
You know,
so I think that is part of it's like one celebrity, one character that you've made up, and then some other bullshit. I think it's changed.
I have never been good at I've never worked on it. And I've always told myself I was going to. Even Jeff Richards from SNL. Do you know that guy? He's amazing.
The voice guy.
Yeah. Well, he does tons of impressions.
So, he does like a bunch of celebrity impressions and celebrity voices. Yeah, he's
He
really
did like
good.
Drunk Girl on SNL years ago. Anyway,
He's really good.
He's such a great comic. He even said he would help me, and I never did. I'm not. I'll do impressions of my friends, kind of.
Yeah. I think my answer would be the same as yours. Like I would need to sit down and really study the person. And, like I wouldn't want to just be like, this is all right, and that's my Matthew McConaughey. No, I need to go sit down and like really look at him. He's way better than just all right. He's got way more things that you could do impressions of.
I think you need to have a passion for it. Like I don't. I don't care. I mean, I should. That's not what I do.
Yeah.
I used to do. I'm gonna suck in trying to do it, but. You know, remember the guy on Sex and the City? He's like, Miranda, that guy? Miranda.
I didn't watch that show, actually, because I was a child.
Miranda? Oh, really?
I was in 7th grade.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
God, I forget how much younger you are than me. Because I'm 58.
Oh,
You are.
I'm 48.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so just 10 years.
Oh.
Dennis, tell the people at home where they can find you online or what shows you got coming, whatever you want to self-promote right now.
YouTube. My YouTube channel is called Humpy, H-U.
I'll link it in the description.
M-M-P-Y. The link is going to be in the description
of this video.
The subscription. Yeah.
Humpy.
Yeah, other than that, man, I'm just, no one knows anything about me.
Yet.
They will now.
Yeah. You're my most famous guest thus far on YouTube.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
I don't know.
What about Darren Capozzi? Oh my God, that guy, right? Did you get to talk during that one? Oh my God.
Yeah, I said 3 or 4 words. In an hour, that's not bad.
He's like,
shout out
sounds
Darren.
like a muskrat.
He was my first guest ever.
Coked up muskrat.
Well,
it's only, okay.
What? No, finish it.
It's only because he was right down there.
Yeah, it was easy.
Okay. I was so jealous when you did that. My wife was livid at you too, so it's fine.
But now
she'll take it out on you in our bowling competition.
I hope she
will, except we're gonna
maybe
against her.
Well, then she would still be.
Oh yeah, thank you. I'm dumb.
Done. All right.
Hemphill. I this was a really nice experience.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Wait, it's high five and fist and
then
yep.
Boom.
No, yeah. Say it, man.
You have to say.
You don't
yep.
believe it? Yeah. Go. Yep.
Is that just our thing, or is it another?
Man, that's our thing.
I know, but if I see you do that with someone else, we're fucking done.
Okay. You'll never see me.
Here we go. This is it. Final signing off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Words. Hey guys, am I sweating? Sweated during this?